I never knew tyres could be quite so interesting. Speaking as somebody who doesn't drive, who has no interest in driving, tyres are not something I give much thought to. But I do love Disney, and I do love a classic Disney educational short film. So when I discovered the building of a tyre, I thought I might as well give it a watch. And I have to say, it's pretty fascinating. This was released in 1946. It's narrated by Fred Shields. And as you can imagine, it's all about how tyres are made, or I guess were made. I'm assuming that tyre production is not like this anymore. If anybody knows how tyres are made today, please feel free to share that information. It would be very interesting to see if there's a how tyres are made video online. It might be interesting to compare, but certainly this is looking at how tyres were made around 1946. And it's a blend of live action and animation. And we get to see the production of the tyre from start to finish in the factory. There's one machine that looked very peculiar. I can't remember what it was called, but I'm pretty sure it was the bit where they described it as like they were pumping out sausage meat. Like the tyre, well, the rubber was sausage meat at that time, and I found that to be very strange, but it was really well done because we get to see the live action machine, if you like. We get to see the actual machine, and then we get an animation of it, and we get to see it in action with the narration explaining what the different parts are, and we get to see it from different perspectives, different angles. And I found the animation to be really beneficial, to really help bring to life the insides of the machines, for example, bits that either they wouldn't be able to film or just bits that wouldn't look very good if they'd filmed them. But by animating it, they can make things much clearer, explain things much more easily, and I found this to be really interesting. I don't know if watching this would make me feel more confident about how safe tyres are or less confident because I know what goes into the production. But either way, I think it's very educational. I feel like it would be really beneficial if you're going into this kind of manufacturing business. It really explains everything very clearly, and there's a lot of work. There are a lot of things that go into it. Even in the 1940s, it's very, very detailed. I imagine it's a lot more high-tech now, but it's a pretty fascinating process. If you like films about factories, about production lines, I think this will really appeal to you. And we have a really great selection of footage, coupled, as I said, with some really, really detailed animation to help bring things to life and make things much clearer as well. If you're interested in tyres, I think you'll like it. But even if, like me, you just like a Disney educational short film and you like factory-based documentaries, I love anything that shows us how things are made. I just think it's so, so fascinating. And this is no exception. Sure, this is probably not how tyres are made today. Of course, there may be a lot of similarities. I have literally no idea, but I enjoyed watching it. And if it sounds like it would appeal to you too, then I definitely recommend The Building of a Tyre from Disney.